welcome to Pink Cake Princess. I'm Andrea. I'm going to show you how to make a bunny rabbit cupcake. This is perfect on its own, or you can use it on top of a cake as a cake topper as well, or you can match it up with the other cupcakes I've got for this Easter. And if you really want to get creative, you can match them up with last year's Easter set as well from my channel and put them together with a small cake on the cake stand, and you'll have an extra special Easter cake. This is part of a special collaboration with Dessert Network. You can find all the other tutorials for these cookies on the links at the end of this video. And what I'll be doing is starting off with several different balls of white fondant, all in different sizes, and also some smaller balls of lightly coloured pink fondant. Now with the biggest one there, I've just balled it up and I've tapered one end. With the next ball, I'm basically keeping it roughly the same size and just creating a little indent and gluing it on with a little bit of water. Okay, now onto the next two balls of fondant. I'm just going to roll them and taper one end down and shape the other wider end into a small foot or a small paw. And I'm going to do the same with the second one, just shaping it with my fingers. Okay, slightly bending in each of the legs and using a toothpick to create a couple of indents to form the paws on his feet. Onto his arms, and just rolling it out and keeping one end slightly bigger than the other, and just curving the slightly bigger end and the smaller end, and using the toothpick just to create two little indents to form the paws. And using a little bit of water just to assemble it onto the body. You can use edible glue as well to do this. Now forming the little ears, now just rolling out the two balls of white fondant and then using the two smaller pink balls of fondant and just rolling it out to form the pink portion to the rabbit's ears. Just shaping his ears with the bottom of my brush. I'm putting it aside to set a little while so they don't get too floppy on me while I create a portion of his nose and mouth area. Okay, with two little pink balls of fondant, I've just glued them together and placed it on the front of his face. And we're putting a tiny little ball of slightly darker pink on the top for his nose. Creating two little indents so that I can attach his ears. Just gluing it with a little bit of water and just shaping the ears as I glue them as well, and trying to hold them in place as they're setting. Now putting a little indent where his mouth is going to be, and using my toothpick just to widen it out a little bit, and using a toothpick just to create little dots to make it look like he's got whiskers. Now flattening out two little balls of lightly coloured pink fondant and then just sticking it onto the bottom of his paws or his feet. Now at this stage, if you are liking my video, don't forget to click that like button below, and it takes a second to let me know that you like my work. Also save this to your favourites as well if you want to use it for a future tutorial. Okay, and finally just attaching his little cottontail. putting a little little hole with the toothpick where his belly button is, and then just tiny little holes going up and down, and using an edible black marker to dot in his eyes. You can also use food dyes. Now I'm using some pink petal dust, and I'm just going to dust in his cheeks to give him a little rosiness. Okay, now just rolling out a tiny little bit of orange fondant, tapering in one end. And rolling out or flattening out a little bit of green fondant, cutting strips into one end, and just twisting it together. And then I'm going to glue it onto my carrot top. Using the toothpick to put little indents into the orange section so that it does look more realistic. And now gluing it onto my little bunny. Okay, now rolling out some yellow fondant and using a circle cutter to cut out a disc of fondant. And covering my cupcake and smoothing it over with my fingers. Okay, just attaching him on top of my cupcake, and there you have it. If you do want to use him as a cake topper, you can easily place him on top of a cake, on top of a cake stand, and you can finish him off by surrounding him with other cupcakes from my cupcake set. This is the set for this year. There are also a few others on my channel from the previous year. You can have an extra special Easter cake if you wanted to create this whole set. Don't forget to click the subscribe button as well and share my work if you really like this tutorial. And you can check out all the links to this collaboration with the Dessert Network on the pictures here. Click the pictures to get to the tutorial. And if you want to see more of my work, you can click the cupcakes here to be also taken to their individual tutorials on my channel as well. Thanks again for watching. You guys have a fantastic day.